we're back. What's good?
Okay, we need to talk about who is coaching the W right now.
Are we just jumping right into it?
We're just jumping right in. I feel like there's been so much movement in the coaching landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, huge moves. And who's getting hired right now? A lot of NBA assistants, people from the NBA, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing, but I want to hear your point of view.
Yeah.
And then also college lifers who have built empires, 20 years of empires in college. So it's just kind of an interesting time from a coaching perspective. And I want to hear your perspective on it.
Yeah. So I think what we're seeing, as you already stated, is a lot of NBA assistant coaches that are now coming into head jobs on the W side. Obviously, the men's game is very different than the women's game. Just because you're on staff on an NBA team doesn't mean you necessarily know how to run a W team, right? But then you have coaches that have been in this league and have been former players and head coaches for a long time, like Stephanie White, Becky Hammon, Sandy Brondello. So you have that core of coaches that have been around for a while and have gone through the different iterations of being a player, and then being a head coach for a long time. And then you started seeing a small wave of college coaches getting head jobs. You have Karl Smesko, who was hired last season. And then you've got Lynne Roberts, who was hired last season from Utah. And then Jose Fernandez just got hired for the Dallas Wings. So you're seeing, good college head coaches that are now coming into the league. I think for me, my opinion on all of it is like, whoever is the best coach for the job is who the coach should be, right? And do I think that there are a lot of coaches around, like Teresa Witherspoon, Noelle Quinn, like, are there coaches that should and deserve to be head coaches in this league? Absolutely. And the more we add more teams, the more opportunities that there's going to be. But there's a reason why, these organizations have felt they wanted to look elsewhere. They're trying to find the best coach for their situation. So whoever that is and whatever that may be, they've had a lot of thought into why they, showed up to that person.
It's just really interesting. I always compare sports to industry, to, typical corporate jobs, right? And so much of the corporate hiring it's not private per se, but it's like, imagine having to hire these people that the second you hire them, it's going to create an insane news cycle, and that, I guess that does happen in some corporations at the top levels. Like if you think about a CEO turnover or a big executive turnover, but not like in sports.
Yeah.
So it's really fascinating to me. And I think too, that a lot of, just like the athlete profiles are elevating, where more people are just really understanding not just a couple of players, but a lot of players across the W and in college. The same thing is happening with the coaches, where more people are building a relationship with the coaches because of social media and the storytelling and all of that. So it just sort of ups the ante as far as like when there are shifts and moves, like, there's just going to be a shitstorm of media.
Yeah.
Like never before.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I know that there's a lot of talk around like gender, and there's not, any head coaches, women of color. And like, there's a lot of just like negative talk around that. And I do think that there should be more women head coaches in our league. And I would love to see the great Black, women as our head coaches, like Noelle Quinn and like I said, Teresa Witherspoon. Like they're all very deserving of a head job. And, unfortunately that's not where, that's not what these teams have decided at this point. But I do think that there's a future for all of these amazing coaches. And there's a lot of other coaches that are coming up that are assistant coaches right now that were former players that I know are going to be trying to get head jobs someday. You've got Brianne January, who's on the Indiana staff. You've got Christy Tolliver, who's on the Phoenix staff. Like those are two women that have, been around this league for a long time that are deserving of a head job too. And I think their time will come as well.
Okay, Jack, so just help me understand, because obviously, I'm the noob. I have a few coaches that I love that I've already been following.
You do.
And I feel like I follow their social media and I'm super into it. But give me the OGs who played in the league or didn't, but have literally been here from the beginning and still have a head coach job.
So that would be Cheryl Reeve for the Minnesota Lynx. That'd be Stephanie White for the Indiana Fever. That would be Sandy Brondello for the Toronto Tempo, and I'm missing one, and that last one is Becky Hammon for the Las Vegas Aces. So 3 out of those 4 head coaches were players that are now head coaches, and Cheryl's just been around for a really long time.
Wow. I mean, that seriously takes some real, what's the word I'm looking for? Real patience.
Oh yeah, they've seen so many different iterations of the league. Yeah.
It's like when you talk to someone who's been in a corporate job for 30 or 40 years, you're like, how?
Yeah. Well, I think this conversation is interesting though, because just a couple of years ago, everyone was complaining about the head coaches being recycled and just, tossed around to different teams. So now we're mixing it up a little bit. You're seeing, the trends from college and then the trends from the NBA side. So now things are getting mixed up and now people have a problem about this. So I think there's always going to be something, right? But I think what each organization is doing is really just trying to put in place the best person for that job. And trust me, each team is doing their due diligence and figuring out who that's going to be for their specific organization.
Well, and let's be clear, winning talks. Like in this league. Like that's just the truth.
I mean, winning talks in sports, period.
It just talks in sports. And I think now you're seeing more pressure just because there's so many more emotions and different types of fans coming into the league that are driving so many different types of narratives in this space.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good point.
But I do think that, winning can change a whole narrative,
Winning solves everything.
Woo! We're heating up on Click Clack already, aren't we?
Girl, I see you over there, fire coming out your ears.
Oh, fire is coming out. I'm actually trying to tune more of a polished Lauren today. It's very Steve Jobs as a woman.
You're like coming off as Steve Jobs as a woman right now. It's like you're just fierce as fuck.
Giving Steve.
Yeah.
Giving Steve. Manifesting the innovation that Steve has built.
I hope our Clippers team puts fire that comes out your ears. That'd be fun.
Okay, Coach Jack, for the new WNBA teams coming in 2028 through 2030, and that is Cleveland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the third one?
And Detroit.
Detroit! Okay, we got it. Who do you want to see in those coaching seats, head coaching jobs? Just manifest. Who is it?
I mentioned them a little bit earlier, but I'd love to see Brianne January. She's on staff with the Indiana Fever. I'd love to see Christy Tolliver. I think she's ready, and I think she deserves a head job. And then I'd like to see Noelle Quinn back in that head coaching role. I think she's done a good job, and I think she deserves a spot.
We just started Click Clack real hot, Jack.
Yeah, very serious. And normally we start really unserious.
Yeah, just more.
Let's bring it back to the unserious.
Let's get a little unhinged right now, although, as I have told you before we started recording.
I know, it's giving Steve Jobs.
It's giving Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a turtleneck today for anyone who's not watching.
Yeah. Where's your blazer?
A black turtleneck. So if I had my little glasses, I would look exactly like Steve Jobs right now.
No, you look great.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah. You look very comfy and warm, too.
I am, because it's freezing here in Portland.
Yeah, it's just freezing in my house.
It's supposed to maybe snow tomorrow, too, which I'm...
Yeah.
Jackie's displeased.
I haven't even told Carla that. She's going to feel a type of way. Just going to leave that one out.
Maybe don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
Since we want her to live here.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. She'll figure it out tomorrow.
Well, before we get back into sports, let's just talk about life for a little bit. So, okay. Thanksgiving, we had a holiday. Obviously, this episode's going to air after Thanksgiving. But do you ever feel during Thanksgiving or just during the holidays that time literally just slows down and stops? And you're like, what hour is it? What minute? It's so weird.
Yeah, especially on Thanksgiving, because I feel like you're just anticipating this huge, amazing meal and everything is just very slow. And I'm like, for me personally, I got up, I worked out, normal routine, and then I starved myself until Carla and I ate. I wanted to have like the biggest meal. And for us, it was a very different Thanksgiving because we weren't with either of our families. And we just kept it very intimate, her and I, this year for Thanksgiving. And we just made a beautiful dinner together for 2, set the table for 2. Carla decked the table out. It was so romantic. It was so pretty.
You too.
She ordered a bunch of stuff and it was just so nice and peaceful. And the food was amazing. And we bought new skillets, new pans. We cooked steak for the first time. We're not big like meat cookers, like a steak. That's like not something that we've done together. So we made our first steak and it was so yummy. So now we're like on this steak kick. It was great. And I have to give Carla most of the credit. She really kicked ass.
I mean, I have just a couple of insights from that. One, the romance is so alive.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
Someone who's been married almost 15 years.
Yeah, but you guys are so good at keeping it spicy. That's all I gotta say.
Sometimes, some weeks.
You guys
But
you guys are great.
Second insight, I actually saw their table, so I can attest that table was beautiful.
Oh, you saw our table?
Yes, remember I came over.
Love that. It was so cute.
Remember I
right?
came over. Do you remember that?
No.
With my kids?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Brought you your birthday present.
Yeah, that was such a treat. We have to talk about that. But we'll get there.
And the third insight is just like for anybody out there that just continues to feel so inspired by Jacki's commitment to working out. And just like she's just like, I started with a workout. It's just inspiring to me.
I love you. I don't know any other way. So like
I know you
I
don't.
would feel horrible if I didn't wake up, work out that day, and then eat the way that I ate.
You would literally, my life would you would be like the emoji that's melting.
Yeah.
In my life.
I'd melt
I haven't
away.
worked out in 3 days and I'm unwell.
That's okay. Different strokes for different folks. Like I realize that I have a low-key issue and like an OCD. Like I'm very regimented, very type A.
You're an athlete.
Yeah, just like it's just who I am. It's in my DNA. Carla and I just recently talked about this. Like if she was like me, I wouldn't like that. You know, if she was so regimented and like so OCD about stuff, we wouldn't work the way that we work.
Could you imagine being in a relationship with someone who is exactly like you?
Like someone telling me how to clean my house, you could literally eat off my floors.
It's true.
Yeah.
I can attest to that.
Yeah. And I couldn't imagine Carla being like, oh, you didn't clean this good enough, or there's a spot right here. I'd be like, what did you just say?
Could you imagine me with a me? We would be like
absolute chaos.
Chaos. My life is absolute freaking chaos. Today I was literally going from hour to hour, so like my hair was on freaking fire. And I told you that Nolan, my son,
that made me think of the Barbie that's hair is like on fire.
There's a great meme, everybody, of Barbie looking just unwell.
Is that you?
That's me.
Okay.
She's unwell. It's December. Most moms, you put a mom in December.
She got through it. She
unwell.
Made it to December.
She made it to December.
She's hanging by a thread.
But she's hanging on by a thread. That is how I feel right now.
Yeah.
Hence the turtleneck.
You look so good. And let me just say this. The way you're able to operate in your life, navigating your job, which is running a company, running our socials, pretty much just absolute taking everything, you know, and just running with it and doing the incredible job that you do on the business side. And then you have your husband that you have to tend to and make happy. And then you have your 2 kids, and then you have your family. It's like, I don't know how you do it and are also still so incredible in your day-to-day job. It's very admirable, and I hope that one day when I have kids that I could be half as relentless as you.
God, you're gonna make me cry. Everybody.
It's the truth, and I'm not just saying that to say it. It's really, really amazing.
I really appreciate you saying that because I'm incredibly hard on myself, and I never think I do anything well enough, and I think that's why I'm a little bit crazy. Because I'm a perfectionist.
I could tell you do a lot of things absolutely fucking amazing.
Thank you. And I mean, I think that's why we always talk about what makes us such a great team, because we always lift each other up. And that is how that is the power of women-owned businesses.
Yeah.
Is I truly believe it will create a new type of culture where we will innovate with positivity. We will grow together.
We know nothing different.
We know nothing different. We can't. The odds are against us. Like they just are, you know? And I just genuinely feel that, and I will make my prediction again since we're getting towards the end of the year and I love talking about predictions, but I truly believe as women's sports continues to grow and become more prolific across media, across culture, society, politics, you name it, we will have a female president someday.
Oh, I'm manifesting that too. It's definitely going to happen. We're like at the tip of that, I think.
We got a lot of work to do though.
Yeah.
A lot more work to do.
Yeah.
So we're going to take it back to sports, but we're going to talk about a sport that we don't often talk about.
Let's hear it.
Dance. That was my jam. I was a dancer.
I can dance when I have a couple cocktails in me.
If I can get that to happen in the near future, it'd make me really happy.
I used to get down. I'll say that. I haven't been in a place where I like needed to get down or like had the opportunity to get down, but put a couple drinks in me and having some liquid, encouragement, me and Carla could get down on the dance floor.
I mean, that's one thing my husband and my sweet, sweet husband and I share is he's a trauma surgeon by day or night and just like a wild man
Yeah.
on the dance floor.
I know you've told me about these stories.
It's like I always laugh thinking about like people in the hospital who see him as this like very professional.
If they
surgeon.
only knew. If they only went out and saw Nick gigging in the clubs.
Seriously, next
and he can rap, so there's that too.
Literally, we always thought that could be plan B, just start a YouTube and he could be the rapping doc.
You guys
Nikki
would have you guys could create some serious content. I'm just gonna say.
We sometimes we'll duet together.
Maybe we should give Right Click some things that they could potentially monetize for us.
Of Nick rapping.
Yes.
Something to think about. But we're gonna talk about dance today, and specifically Dancing with the Stars. And let me just be clear. I did not watch this season. Did you watch this season?
No, I honestly have never really watched Dancing with the Stars.
I have watched previous seasons, but the reason we want to talk about this is because there's something really interesting that has happened with Dancing with the Stars where linear TV is dying. We all know that. It's all about what screen are you watching from. The networks are losing money. Like, one could argue maybe even Hollywood won't exist in the future because of what's happening with content. But for the first time...
Can you break that down a little bit, like what you mean?
Yeah, so... and by no means am I an expert in this space, but what's happening is because of how media is so segmented now, the cost of production to create content has to be more efficient. So like YouTube is the #1 streaming platform in the world because people can create content and distribute it to gigantic audiences for way less money. Whereas you look at like Netflix, Disney, all these that spend millions of dollars on production, getting similar levels of eyeballs as some of these YouTubers, right? So it's putting a squeeze on the traditional ways of thinking around content and premium content. And what drives audiences, podcasting, as we know, is a really interesting intersection because you're seeing people being able to produce content faster in a longer format that drives engagement. But it's not as expensive because you can put it out on these channels where you can find followers, right?
Super interesting.
So it's a really, I mean, we've known it's happening for a while and now it's just a race to the platforms, right? How can these platforms get the most viewers, the most eyeballs? But what's so interesting to me about Dancing with the Stars is I equate Dancing with the Stars to my young millennial life growing up. Which was watching The Bachelor, watching The Voice, watching these shows where you would gather with your friends and you would watch these shows together and then you would talk about it. Yeah. Like that is what we did in high school.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't personally.
You were in the gym.
I was in the fucking gym. And like even like sports, like I never really watched sports with a group of friends. I really didn't have that many friends growing up, if I'm being honest.
I just like can't even imagine that.
I was a like introverted extrovert, which I still am.
You still are though. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do a lot of group settings like that growing up. So tell us more about this.
Okay, so
break it down.
So why I'm bringing it up is because and it jogged something for me because yes, I watched clips of Dancing with the Stars on social. I love my girl Jordan Childs, obviously obsessed. Alex Earl, who we all know Alex Earl, she's a massive creator, influencer, whatever you want to call her. She has a huge Gen Z audience. Like Dancing with the Stars did something very, very right this season because for the first time, they had a massive turnout of Gen Z gathering together to watch and commentate on Dancing with the Stars.
That's interesting.
Like above any other major show. And even Coach Jacki, Coach Jacki, the big women's sports creator, love her content. She's incredible. She did like a watch party. And I saw some of her content like popping off about her perspectives on Dancing with the Stars.
That's fun.
When like her brand is more women's sports. So again, like you talk about the intersection of women's lives and women's sports. Like it's so important for this intersection to happen. And Dancing with the Stars played into that cultural zeitgeist so well and captivated this Gen Z audience to encourage them to come together, which is what we want.
Yeah. Thank you for breaking this down because I want to be brought into Dancing with the Stars now. Genuinely, I need to see what this is about.
It's actually really fun to watch.
Yeah.
But the thing is it's like you have to have time to do that. I mean, as a millennial mom, I don't have time to sit and freaking watch a live show. Like hey, it's going to be on at 7 p.m. Be there, be square. Like, that's how you know I'm old is I just said be there, be square.
I love that. I still love it.
But I will catch some highlights on my phone, you know?
Right.
The only time I have time for TV is from 9 p.m. to about 11 p.m. where I turn into the melt emoji, referencing that again, on the couch.
I'm knocked out by then.
Oh no, I'm binging just shit on Netflix because
you're at your peak.
I'm at my peak.
9 to 11. Elle's at her fucking peak.
9
and
to
I'm
11.
Knocked.
Heart rate has finally come down for the day.
Yeah.
But she's not sleeping.
No, she's not.
Because she's been unwell most of the day.
Yeah, she's still wired.
But I want to shout out the producers, the creators, the team of Dancing with the Stars, because to keep linear TV on right now, it is, I'm sure, a insane grind.
You know what else keeps linear TV alive?
What?
90 Day Fiance. And let me tell you, my mom at 6 p.m. on Sunday is at her TV. And when I was home last time, I was into it. And I literally called my mom the next week, and when I was home by myself, I was like, Mom, I'm pissed I don't have the channel. I was ready at 6 p.m. to watch 90 Day Fiance.
There you go. But there's something even more important here that, and again, this is why we're bringing it up, is the act of coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Not watching from our freaking phones in our little silos in our beds, doom
love
scrolling,
this.
but just like sports, where you come together. Like when I was at the Thorns game, and we came together, and it was like, oh my god,
or the watch party that the
fire did.
That the fire did, yeah.
Like the ability to drive community to come together. It is so hard to get people to come together, and I think there is a big shift that's happening in our culture, where people are going to want to gather again together, especially
That's
after
super
COVID.
Dope. I love this.
Especially after COVID. But my manifestation, and I put this out on social, is that I hope we take that same energy in Gen Z where they're coming to gather for things like Dancing with the Stars and these sort of pop culture moments, to also apply that to sports and women's sports specifically. Because that energy, if we can tap into that to come into to women's sports, I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Think about just what could happen there, you know? That's why I think entertainment at women's sports games is crucial. When you can intersect pop culture, entertainment, and sports, you will win with women.
No, you're absolutely right.
It's already happening, but it needs to happen more, I think, within the games.
No, yeah, for sure.
Because I will say, some of the bigger moments, like All-Star, that they do a really good job of intersecting more culture and entertainment into sports, but that's one moment. I'm talking about every game. Yeah. How did the WNBA teams have a halftime show?
Yeah, there's got to be an unlock here.
There's one really cool one that I'll talk about is the Indiana Fever had a baby crawl contest in the middle of the game at halftime, and it went viral, and I was like, that shit's amazing. Watching babies race. You always talk
about these halftime shows, what can they do?
But even it doesn't even have to be around halftime. It could be in other zones of the game. It could be when fans are walking in. It could be the Valkyries throwing out Sephora bags. Yes, but
Lauren, all the Laurens will be there.
Oh, you count your beauty girls. We're in. Yeah. Free beauty products. You will get every Gen Zer and sad millennial mom. No, not sad. I'm really actually happy. But you will get overworked. Millennial mom will be running to those games.
Yeah, you will.
So I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting topic to talk about.
I love it.
It's the first time that linear TV has seen that kind of massive uptick outside of big sports moments in a very long time, especially from such a young demographic.
Okay, let's get into blind rankings. Okay. The WNBA logos. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so blind rank these 5 WNBA team logos without knowing what comes next.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, let's go.
You understand the assignment?
You know I love a logo.
Okay, here we go. Seattle Storm.
4.
Phoenix Mercury.
2.
Las Vegas Aces.
It's a hard one. 3.
New York Liberty.
5.
Chicago Sky. You have no choice.
I guess 1. Damn it! I should have put Liberty as 1. I thought Portland Fire was going to come in, and I was going to put that at number 1.
Oh, I like that.
Dang it!
I like your thoughts on that.
I completely screwed up my blind rankings.
No, you're fine. No, you didn't.
You're okay. When you went, poo.
Yeah, I mean, because I knew it was next.
Damn it. Okay. Well, I'll just tell everybody my favorite logo in the WNBA, and this is not biased because I'm from Portland, okay? I mean, maybe there's a hint of bias, but
I think there might be a little bias.
Maybe a teeny hint of bias, but I love the Portland Fire logo. And the reason I love it is not just because of the intentionality of the, Portland ethos and the icons and just all of it, right? Just feels Portland, but also the colors. For me, it feels really feminine.
Yeah.
And there's just not a lot of logos in sports that feel feminine to me.
Yeah.
But that's, again, I'm a really femme woman, so that feels like very personal to me.
No, I get it. And I think their logo has grown on me. At first, I don't know how I felt about it, but now I think they're up there in my top 2.
Okay, Jack, now I'm going to ask you the make percentage for each of these shots in the WNBA.
Okay.
Are you ready? This is going to test your knowledge.
Jeez, this is going to really put me in my place.
I'm going to put you in your place. I bet you'll be better than you think. Okay. Free throw.
60%.
79%.
Okay, I wasn't horribly off.
You weren't horribly off, though. 3-pointer.
32%.
Oh, so close. 33%.
Okay,
Jack.
Like that.
Okay. 2-pointer.
38%.
49%.
Okay, I'm off.
Yeah. Overall field goal percentage.
35%.
44%.
Okay, I'm really just undervaluing these girls.
No,
Sorry.
but you got high standards, girl.
Yeah.
You got high standards, but you were give or take off about 10 percentage points.
Yeah,
it's not crazy.
I might be beating myself up a little bit later on for this one. I might need to dive in the stats a little more.
I mean, who's looking at stats day in and day out unless you're a coach?
Well, that's true.
Okay, Jack, the next one is inspired by our girl, the Las Vegas Aces 4-time MVP.
Ooh, look at you, commentator.
Asia Wilson. Hey, very far off from a commentator, please.
So we've got Hot Ones questions.
We got Hot Ones questions. If anybody has not watched her Hot Ones episode, highly recommend on a number of fronts. Also, she talks about the very controversial discussion on lowering the hoops. And her answers were exactly how you've answered it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
You should totally
I gotta go watch
it.
that.
But yeah, this one's in honor of you, Asia. Because we love you.
All right, I'm going to shoot a question to you. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
Who is the only player to win an NCAA title as a player and a head coach?
Girl, I don't know this one.
Think about it, because you don't know that many head coaches that you could name. Think about the ones that you could name.
Dawn Staley.
Close, but no.
Sandy Brondello?
No.
Becky Hammon?
No. Who are head
coaches? Oh, no, they're W coaches.
In women's college basketball right now that you know?
Dawn Staley.
Kim Mulkey.
Oh, Kim Mulkey,
knew who
my
that was.
girl. I knew that one.
Yeah, you sure did.
Kim,
it's okay.
Your fashion choices bring me life off the court.
Just keep doing that just for Lauren.
Just keep wearing the sparkles for me, please.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Who is the winningest coach in women's college basketball history?
Dawn Staley.
Women's college basketball history.
Like of all time?
Put your thinking cap on. You know this.
Who's current coach?
He's this coach is currently,
Gino.
Yes. I gave it away, but that's fine.
Dang it, you gave it away. But honestly, I feel I just gendered that because I was immediately just going to women's coaches.
Yeah.
And I forgot that men also coach in NCAA women's.
Okay, moving on. What college holds the record for the most women's sports titles across all sports?
All sports. So I would say basketball, UConn, but I don't know if that's right.
Women's sports across all sports.
I feel like it might be a Texas school.
It's a great guess.
This is a hard one.
Yeah, I wouldn't know this one
because you've got to know like track and field. You've got to know
Stanford.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, they're just so prolific.
Yeah,
with sports.
Who is the only athlete to win 3 consecutive WNBA MVP awards? 3 consecutive WNBA MVP awards.
Asia?
Nope. Good try though.
Who?
Cheryl Swoops.
Oh, Cheryl Swoops.
Yep.
Yeah.
Swoops.
Okay.
All right. One more.
Okay, one more, and then I'll go through mine.
Which school was the first to win back-to-back NCAA women's basketball titles?
First?
The first.
South Carolina?
Just look at me.
USC? Okay. What's your little sign that you do?
That's gonna be a good one.
What's your sign? What do you guys do?
Victory. Fight on.
Oh, victory? We're bear down. I went to Arizona for anybody that's wondering.
I didn't know what bear down meant, so thanks for clarifying.
There's actually a really beautiful story behind it.
Dun 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 dun.
You know how I feel about USC.
Dun 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 dun. V for victory.
All right, Jack. Which WNBA team holds the longest winning streak in a single season?
South Carolina.
WNBA team.
Oh, WNBA team. The Las Vegas Aces.
Sparks.
Oh, the LA Sparks.
LA Sparks. 18 straight wins in 2001.
Dang, okay. Vegas was real close this past season. Okay,
interesting.
Noted.
No, but that's a good one.
Yeah.
To know who's right behind. Who's creeping. Who's creeping up.
They were creeping.
Creeping up. All right. Which women's college sport has the highest average attendance per event?
Which women's college sport has the highest average attendance? Women's basketball.
Women's volleyball.
Okay.
I'm telling you, the
okay,
volleyball community is
wait,
wild.
time out. If I answer wrong, you need to let me try. I get a second guess.
Oh, you get a okay.
That's fine.
She gets a second.
You know
guess.
me. If we're talking competition, girl. I'm in competition.
Yeah,
mode.
This girl in trivia.
Yeah,
she'll be
sore loser over here. Straight up sore loser.
Sore loser. Okay, who is the youngest player ever drafted to the WNBA?
What? I don't know. It's someone from a while ago.
Lauren Jackson.
Yeah,
19
that's what I was
years
gonna
old.
say. From a while ago.
What about
because they can't be drafted that young now.
Well, what about the rookie on Seattle Storm, the girl from France? Wasn't she like 18?
Oh, Dominique Mavunga.
Yeah, Dominique Malunga. Wasn't she like really young?
Yeah, so overseas players, they can come in earlier because they're not coming from a university.
Right.
So like overseas players could come in earlier. True. I don't know how old Mavunga was when she came in.
I think she was 18.
So fact check that. That might be wrong.
But maybe they're thinking US players.
Well, Lauren Jackson's Australian.
Oh, let me see.
Fact check.
Fact check.
It's okay. We
can... Hold on. How old was Dominique Malunga when she was drafted to the WNBA? I'm excited. 19.
So both.
So
both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. Okay.
Overseas player. Yep. Yeah. I'm fucking 0 for 3 right now. I'm pissed.
No.
Was that the last question?
Keep going. Nope. There's 2 more. No, there's 3 more. Nope. There's 2 more. What country has the most Women's World Cup appearances without ever winning a title? This is a hard one.
Japan. I don't fucking know who. Pissed.
Sweden.
Cool. Cool, Sweden.
Jacki's fucking pissed.
Well, these questions are fucked. No, I'm just kidding.
Which WNBA franchise has had the most #1 overall draft picks?
Oh my god, that's a really fucked question. Chicago? Dallas? Atlanta? Connecticut? I don't fucking know who.
It's the Aces.
Really?
Yeah, who have had the most #1 overall draft picks.
Elle, I need a win on the board.
She needs a W.
Fucking ask me a question. I need a win.
Okay, let me ask you one. All right, I'm going to throw in a bonus question because Jacki needs a W.
Jack was 0 for 5.
Jack is 0 for 5.
She's speaking in third person now.
Jack, how many signature women's basketball shoes are available today?
They have increased. The number has went up. Is it like 6 or 7?
6. She got a W! Ding, ding, ding!
I still am unclear, though. Who are they? Can we talk about that?
We have Asia. We have Angel.
Stewie.
Sab.
JC Sheldon. She's a signature shoe athlete.
With who?
Holo.
Oh.
She has her own signature shoe.
I don't think Google included Holo, I'm gonna be honest.
7. So 7.
7!
Let's go. 7.
Let's go. Well, there you go. You got a W. I'll give you the win for that one.
Doesn't feel
She's
good.
unwell.
Yeah. She's not going to sleep well tonight.
She's not going to sleep all night. She's going to be looking at WNBA and NCAA trivia tonight.
Yeah, this is completely fucked.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah, I think it's a little tricky.
We need a little bit of inspiration now.
Inspiration time. Let's bring down my mood to a calm state.
This is correct. Jacki needs a win here, and she's going to lead, inspire, bring a positive mood. So I'm going to kick it over. I want to know, what's your coach's corner today? What's your advice for the Clackers out there?
So I put a little bit more thought into this one this week because last week I just pulled something out of my ass. So, as we know, I have a lot of tattoos. And one of my tattoos says, live and let live. And here's how I break that down. And here's why I want to talk about this. Because Carla and I are doing this thing where we are trying not to talk about other people, talk negatively about other people. And that is so hard to do because naturally you see something that feels weird to you, someone that looks weird to you, or someone does something right. It's just so natural to talk negatively about someone. And I find myself and I catch myself sometimes being negative, and like as I'm saying it, I know it doesn't sound right and I know it's not good, and I stop myself sometimes I can't, and I just keep going. But we're really being intentional about this. And I think that it's really important to live your life and let others live their life however they want to do it. And I think this is a good reminder to just try and not talk negatively about other people, about other situations, and let them live. Because everyone has their own shit. We all have our own shit, and let them be them. So that's all I want to say.
I love that. And I think it's what's really beautiful about that is it's so honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because if anybody thinks that people don't talk shit, they crazy.
No,
they're crazy.
Everyone.
Because everybody talks shit about each other. And I think what you're alluding to is that something you and I talked about a lot this week is people generally need to be more intentional about putting themselves in others' shoes.
Yeah.
And not making assumptions.
Yeah.
We are in a late stage capitalist society right now. Rage is elevated to a level that is truly frightening because of the technologies and isolation.
Leave it to you to spit facts on this.
I know. Facts.
I'm obsessed with you.
I listen to
Keep it going. Sorry.
I listen a lot to Scott Galloway, who's co-host with Kara Swisher on Pivot, my other favorite podcast, has nothing to do with sports. But I just learned so much from both of them. They're different perspectives. I actually think they're a lot like us. Like they come with really different
two sides of the coin.
Two sides of the coin. But he talks a lot about social media and just isolation and rage, and it's a big platform for him, especially with young men. And as someone who's raising a young boy, but is such an advocate for women's rights, there's just so much negativity.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's just such a great reminder that we need to pause before we immediately snap judge.
Just stop in your tracks and try not to do it.
Yeah,
just see how it makes you feel, even for a week.
Yeah, just try. And then do something positive.
Yeah.
Tell someone they're beautiful. Tell someone that they did a great job today.
Yeah.
Like, that feels great.
I agree.
That's the best drug.
Same.
But you also know
that.
I'm toxically positive, so.
I love your toxic positivity. That's what makes you so special.
We're working on it. Anyways, normally at this time, we would pivot and would talk about how we're hungry, which is true. We are hungry.
Very true.
But my teeth really hurt because I just had a teeth cleaning.
Let's not get into teeth again. Teeth have been a topic of discussion the last 2 episodes. I think our listeners are fucking over it.
But
your teeth are beautiful, by the way.
You.
I get my new ones tomorrow. That's all I'll say.
I was just gonna say,
yeah.
Everybody on next episode, Jacki will have her new teeth.
I will. I'm so
We're
excited.
gonna take a big picture of her smiling with sparkles all around it.
Fuck yeah. It's gonna be magical.
It's gonna be magical. Anyways, Jack, love you. Great episode.
I love you too.
We'll see you soon, Clackers.
Oh, but before we leave, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on all of our channels, which include YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
And please, for YouTube, we're having to really revamp our YouTube right now, and we need some help. So go give us some love on
the YouTube gods come through.
YouTube gods, we hate you. We hate you, algorithms.
We do.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Our 3rd season of Clack is sponsored by Portland Gear, creators of unique, high-quality products inspired by the heart and soul of Portland. Go check them out.